What is up, guys? It's AVX bringing you guys a 100 kill streak with a nuclear medal in it. So it's pretty impressive in my opinion because, you know, on one hand I have a nuclear gameplay, but on the other hand I have 100 plus, and I actually do die like 2 times, I think, after the kill streak. But in my opinion, it was pretty ridiculous. You guys will see the death, but I think it was really all because of lag, because if you see right before it, it starts saying like the thing where like when someone dashboards, and I thought that someone had dashboarded, where it says connection interrupted, and then after that, like, it just started lagging a bunch, and then I got killed in a pretty ridiculous death, in my opinion. You guys, that's up to you guys. But yeah, I really like using these kill streaks lately. I don't know why. It's just, you know, it's going back to classics. Sometimes I like to mix it up. You know, sometimes I like to use a warthog, an escort drone, you know, some sort of helicopter. But, you know, these kill streaks never really fail you. It's hard to say that. For me, I personally rarely have a swarm where it doesn't go ham. I mean, you know, it's a 19 kill streak. That's what it's meant to do. When was the last time? I don't know. I can't. For those of you who get swarms a good amount, or, you know, have gotten one before, it's kind of hard to be like, wow, my swarm did really bad. Because there's not really a counter to it, except for Blind Eye, which no one runs. And for the dog's kill streak, there is no counter to it. I mean, you can jump on something where they can't jump up, but there's no perk or gun or anything that's a definite counter to it. You can shoot them and you can jump on something high, and that's about it. But they're both a pretty powerful combination because Swarm handles them outside and dogs handle them inside, and that's what I like to do whenever I set up kill streaks. This is a really good setup because I have a kill streak for when my enemies are outside, and I also have a kill streak for when my enemies are inside, and then I have the VSAT to help me build my kill streaks and for recon, you know what I mean? I think it's a pretty structured class because, say I was running like a helicopter, swarm, and warthog, it wouldn't be a very combination because they'd all be competing for kills against each other, and they wouldn't really complement each other. And this is the setup that I've been using a lot lately. This Vector is a beast, and in my opinion, the Vector and the MP7 are now the best guns in the game as far as submachine guns go, and they're basically the same thing to me. They don't have a lot of differences. They're very similar in damage and range and clip size. So what I like to do is I have one class with the MP7 suppressed and extended mags, and I have this class with extended mags and long barrel. And in my opinion, this is a really good setup just because I don't know why, but they keep nerfing the SMGs, and they did like extra nerfs for SMGs with suppressors, which in my opinion is just stupid. I don't think they should do that at all. It's really not cool. And I don't know. It's just like they don't nerf light machine guns with target finders. They don't nerf that, but they nerf what everyone, like what all the pub stompers use, all the YouTubers use, and it's just a stealthy class, and I don't know why they're trying to nerf it, and it's just ridiculous that they still have not made any nerfs to light machine guns and they've only made buffs. Absolutely ridiculous. I've been thinking about, like, you know, making like a test video where I show how ridiculously overpowered they are, because it's just not fair at all, because if you have a light machine gun and you can outshoot a submachine gun from close range, it's really that's not fair at all. It's not logical. That's not how the game is meant to work. Submachine guns are supposed to be the best guns from short range, except for shotguns, which are really good at really close range. And yeah, I don't know why. The Vector without suppressor, there's no recoil, and it shoots really fast and has a really high damage rate. And if you put extended mags on this with long barrel, the clip is as big as the PDW almost without extended mags. And I really miss that gun. In my opinion, you know, I'm saying goodbye, you know, RIP PDW, because it's just not the same anymore at all. It's, you know, I use a suppressor with it, which is what I love using on it, but then it kicks, like, you know, if you shot a whole clip with it, you'd be looking at the ceiling. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's just not even fair. Like, I don't know why they would make it so bad, because I thought the point of nerfs was to make guns that are way overpowered equal to the other ones, and in my opinion, the PDW isn't equal to the other ones at all. I would say it's it's probably the worst submachine gun except for the Chickum. I have a personal hatred for the Chickum. I'm not sure why. I just really dislike it. I don't think that a submachine gun should be 3 burst, and I don't think they did a very good job with it, because, you know, that's not really how submachine guns are supposed to work. I don't know. It's just, in my opinion, it's a terrible gun, and people say that it's good because they get one good gameplay with it, but, you know, in my opinion, it's not very good. It's not very consistent. Even with, you know, full auto, it's still not very good. It kicks a bunch, and in my opinion, it's just not a very good gun, even though I have done good with it. and I went 74-0 after the first round, and these guys, they thought I was hacking for a second, but they were being cool about it, though, because, they're like, oh, man, what's your secret? Like, they weren't, like those kids who are so mad, and they're like, wow, you must be hacking just because you're doing good. You must be hacking. That's really irritating because, I get gameplays like this a good amount, and, when people call you hackers, it's just annoying because, I practice so much, and it's just when people call you hackers, it's kind of, like, annoying. And, a lot of games I'll get, 74 kills, 80 kills the first round, and then I'll end up with, only like 100 kills because, my team's triple capping. And in my opinion, you can't really get anything over 150 kills without having a party 9 because you gotta have your team not capping flags but keeping the other teams off the flags. It's kind of ridiculous how people have like 200 pluses, but if you ever see a solo 150 plus or 200 plus or anything over 150, then send me a message or leave a comment, because I would be really surprised if someone got a solo one, just because the game ends so fast that it's pretty much impossible, because your team, usually the randoms, I don't really like using that term because, I just think it's kind of dumb when people say, oh man, you're a random. It's like, just because you're not playing in a party, just because you don't have a YouTube or you're not in a clan, doesn't mean you're a random. It's just something that I hear, a lot of like douchebags say, in my opinion. It's not really like a good term to use, but the average player, he or she, no, why am I even saying she? They're usually gonna be he's, but the average player is just gonna hop in the flags when you get a VSAT or stuff like that. As you can see right here, my team is all triple capping, and I don't blame them because that's what the average person is gonna do. But if you want to get 150 plus or something, you need like a full party. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this amazing gameplay. It was pretty hard to get, but I don't get 100 pluses. 100 kill streaks too often. I've gotten them a few times, but they're pretty good. And watch this death at the end, because in my opinion, it's pretty ridiculous. Here, I thought someone dashboarded. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. I'm AVX, and I'm out.